To begin, I will open a new part file. In the top left, I choose New. I make sure that the units are in inches, which they are. I'll choose Standard IPT, which stands for Inventor Part File. This is our basic part. I'll click Create. I need a new sketch. I'm going to select the XY plane like the directions instructed me to do. Now I have a new sketch plane. I'm going to move it a little bit so I can work in the top right. I'll use the line tool, and I'm going to just make lines and sketch out the general shape that I'm supposed to, and then I'll worry about the size and dimensions and constraints after. So go up, over. When I'm done, I click Escape to exit the line tool. I now have the general shape I want, but the dimensions and constraints are not right. So I'm going to choose the vertical constraint and make sure that both vertical lines are vertical. And you can see that the lines snap to straight vertical when I apply the constraint. I'll use horizontal constraint and make sure these lines are horizontal. Now I'm going to use the dimension tool to measure distance for all these sides. So this one is going to be 2 inches. Now you notice that what happened here is when I changed the dimension of the shape, it ended up getting much larger, and now I can't see the whole shape properly. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit to bring the shape back into the center of my screen and continue dimensioning. The top is going to be 1.5 inches, on the side 0.75, on the bottom 3. Now I will look at the bottom right hand corner of my screen, and you can see that the sketch is fully constrained, so I know that I am done. Just to make sure, I can click the degrees of freedom symbol on the bottom toolbar. No red arrows appear, so I can be sure that my sketch is in fact fully constrained. I could also click Show All Constraints, and this will show all the constraints that there are in this sketch. So we have the vertical and horizontal constraints I put on, we have a coincident constraint, and we have a perpendicular constraint. So the sketch is correct.